My name's Steve, and I went to church through my childhood, and it was probably when I was maybe mid-teens that I didn't stop believing. I just stopped going to church. It kind of felt a bit like a chore to me, and I wanted to go and play football and play rugby and hang out with my mates and do these various different things. Throughout my late teens into my early 20s, you know, life was pretty easy, if I'm honest. I was really fortunate. And when a couple of things did start to go wrong, whether it was broken relationships or other things that I was finding difficult, career choices, every now and again I'd hit a real low point and I'd go back to church and be like, do you know what, I'm going to get back in touch with my faith. And a few weeks later, things would kind of feel a bit better and I'd be like, cool, I'm all right. And I'd crack on my own way again. So when I first started coming to Metro, I would turn up just as it started, and as soon as it finished, I'd leave and I'd try and avoid talking to anybody on my way out, and it was my little thing. A lot of my friends don't believe in God, and they're a fantastic group of friends, and they've always been really open-minded. We've had conversations about things, but I got to thinking that if you don't believe in God and it's not a big deal to you, that's perfectly rational. And if you do believe in God and that is a big deal to you, that's perfectly rational, but to believe it's true and it not be a big deal doesn't make any sense. If it is true, it has to be the single most important thing. I guess I've noticed small changes in the way that I behave as a result of me exploring my faith. I definitely feel like it's become, I've kind of taken it from there and now it's in the mix in here. And I've definitely found myself doing things that I probably 6 months ago, if you'd have said I was going to do them, then I'd have been like, no chance. I wouldn't be sat here now doing this if it wasn't for the way that people treated me when I first turned up at Metro. So if people hadn't come up and made the effort with me when I turned up, I wasn't about to go and make it with them. If people hadn't nagged me to come along to midweek group, I wouldn't have done that. If my colleague at work hadn't have said, help me do this Alpha course, I definitely wasn't going to suggest it myself. And so those small things for each of those people have ended up having a huge impact on me and where I am now. I know so many people who don't have a faith, who are amazing people, who are really close to me, who I care about loads, who I would love to see experience that same kind of positive impact that I feel it's had on my life. And I guess the only way that they might have any interest is if I'm kind of on fire for it and I'm doing it, some people think, oh, maybe there is something to that.
My name's Jamie, and I grew up with quite a negative view of what church is. Throughout my life, never thought it was something that could connect to me. It didn't seem like something I could belong in. A friend I made in the coffee shop next to where I work started hanging out, and I just realised how fulfilled they seemed to be and how happy they were in life. And for the first time, when they mentioned Metro and their faith, it brought up the question to me when I'd been asking myself, it's not right for me, it would never work for me. I then asked myself the question, why? When I went, I was literally just curious what it was all about. And within mere weeks, I felt a connection and I felt something touch my heart, and it was a really good feeling. It was such a nice feeling, and I wanted to explore that more. And the more I'd go, and then the more I'd start reading the Bible, and then the more I'd converse with people who also went to church, and the more I found out, and then trying out prayer, and then I really felt God reach out to me, which was something I didn't conceive even possible months ago. But it was such an overwhelming feeling that brought me so much joy and so much strength that I just had to keep pushing it further and had to keep working how to make this relationship deeper and deeper. The reason I want to get baptised today is I know what it's done for me, but I want other people to see that too. And baptism is such an important declaration of, right, I'm into this, I love this, I love God, I love Jesus, and I want everyone to see that, because I'm so proud of that, and I want to share that with everyone. It's been so outstanding how rapidly I've just felt like a new person, that I want everyone to feel that too, because it's such a good feeling that I want everyone to experience it, because Christianity isn't a members only club, it's a family, and everyone's part of that family, and I want people to see that and feel that themselves.